Hello everyone, it's FiboSai again, this time with a Monocolour battle against a guy called Nape95. I lead off with Heatran and he leads off with Glister, which tells me that he's blue and I'm brown. He goes for Earthquake, but because I have an Berry, I'm able to lift this. And because I had nothing, again, really nothing to take on a Gliscor, I decided to go ahead and go for a Will-O-Wisp to cripple it, but unfortunately it missed. So then I switch out to my Pinsir, which is the best thing. I have to take an Earthquake and can actually do some damage against Gliscor. But he goes for Taunt, which means I cannot go for a Sword Stance, and my Stone Edge won't really do anything against Gliscor, especially after the leftovers. See, I thought, screw it, I'll just go for some random move, and he switches and goes to Metagross, which is good for me because I went for Accessor. I didn't predict the switch, I just went for a random move, maybe predicting he would Roost or something like this. But it turns out well for me. Now I'm faster and I go for Earthquake, just to get some damage in. I didn't expect that this would kill, and it really doesn't. And he sets up his Agility, which tells me it's an Agilagross, which is also quite a threat to my team. I don't really have anything that can take it. Fortunately, I have priority on this on my team if my Pinsir is not able to survive this Meteor Mash. Fortunately, it does survive it and kills off the Metagross with an X-Scissor, so I could at least take down one Pokemon of his because I'm really sure that I cannot win this with the Pokemon I have on my team. He goes back to his Gliscor, and I really just let Pinsir die because I didn't want anything to switch into an Earthquake. I had Dragonite, but Dragonite can't do anything against Gliscor. He'll just Roost Stall me and do some stuff. Now I go to Infernape, which is the only special attacker except for Heatran I have him on my team and can do some damage against Gliscor. He switches out to his Spiritomb, but I go for a Flamethrower. I think it would do quite a bit, and it does less than half. And after leftovers recovery, there is no way that this can be a KO. I switch out, go to Heatran because this is the best opportunity to get out my Stealth Rocks. He goes for a Shadow Ball. I know I can lift this, outspeed in the next turn, and to go for Stealth Rocks. So I can at least have them up if something like a Gyarados would come out. It would at least help me to get some damage on this. He kills me off with another Shadow Ball, and down goes my Heatran, which it did absolutely nothing except for setting up his rocks in this match. So now I go to Dragonite, because I thought it's the best thing to take hits from Spiritomb. Also, I'll probably get Will-O-Wisp. I go for Dragon Rush. Yeah, this Dragonite actually carries Dragon Rush instead of Dragon Claw, Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower, something like this, just for the sake of the originality. And here it really pays off because I get a flinch. Fortunately, the next Dragon Rush misses, but at the same time he misses his Will-O-Wisp, so the hacks evens out now. We both get some leftovers, and I just go for a second Dragon Rush. I don't get the flinch this time, and he is able to burn me with Will-O-Wisp, so Dragonite is now pretty much useless. But you will see in a later battle that this Dragonite is actually a good Pokemon, especially with the Paraflinch. With the Paraflinch option, because it also has T-Wave, Roost, and Light Screen, I think. He goes for another Dragon Rush, trying to kill off his Spiritomb, but he switches out to his Gliscor, which will take no damage, and I have to switch out because there's nothing else I can do with it. It can't T-Wave it, and I like putting up a Light Screen will not do me any good because he's most likely going to taunt me now. So I go to my Hitmontop, try to get a little bit of damage in, and so that my Infernape can come in next and probably kill him. I go for a Fake Out, he flinches, and now I predicted he would Roost, predicting my maybe priority move, and so I go for a Close Combat, which is the strongest move I have against the Gliscor anyways. Even if he didn't Roost, it would have done a nice chunk of damage. and now he's back about the same level as he was before he got the roost off. And at this turn I think he's gonna attack me, so I go for a Mach Punch just to get some more damage in before he kills me off with an Earthquake. So my Hitmontop goes down, and now I will bring in my Infernape again to at least scare this Glasgow out, and that's so that I can at least lower the score a little bit, because there's no point I can win this now after seeing his Glasgow and Spiritomb, and there are many other threats with the color blue that can easily kill the rest of my team. I go for a Flamethrower, he switches into Spiritomb as Death Order. So it's about 4-3 from his perspective. Now he goes to Azelf, which is another huge threat to my team. I go to Dragonite, just as Death Order, because a burnt Dragonite won't do anything against him, especially if he has his Glasgow left, which Dragonite can't touch at all. I surprisingly live a Life Orb Psychic, which just shows that this Dragonite is fully EV trained in special defense and HP. Not even the burn is enough to finish me off, but the next Psychic obviously will. So I go to the last Pokemon I haven't shown yet, which is my Duck Trio. He can switch out because of his Levitate ability and goes out to his Virtual Duck, which copies my ability, so there is no escaping now. I tried to go for a Sucker Punch, but it fails because he switched. So now it's pretty much over. I can Sucker Punch his Porygon too, just to get some damage in before he kills me. It does an absolutely pitiful amount. And he goes for Ice Beam, which will definitely kill me off. So then I'm only left with my Infernape, which will not be able to one-hit KO his Virtual Duck with a Flamethrower. I don't have Close Combat or how's the move called? Focus Blast. Yeah, Focus Blast on this Infernape. I only have Vacuum Wave and Grass Knot. So Flamethrower is my strongest option. It doesn't quite kill him, and he kills me off with a Discharge. So it was a good game. I kinda like this Monocolour mode, although I think blue is way too overpowered. I picked brown because I wanted to do something interesting and not a team of 6 water tanks, which you could definitely do. And if you're lucky, I will bring you another Monocolour Wi-Fi battle soon, so you look forward to it. See you next time.